What's up, guys? Happy Monday. Today, we are going to get your week off to the right start because today we're going to be talking about distractions, how to remove them, and how to crush your week. Because I think that's what we all need. We need a little reminder of what we should be doing, but distractions, I don't know about you, but they're everywhere. And if we allow them to take over, we'll never get anything done. And then we'll be frustrated. And then we'll be thinking, why are we not making progress? Why do I feel like I'm scattered all over the place? And that's what we want to fix. So today's Monday mindset is going to be about that because I think it's really, really important. While we're waiting for a few people to jump on here, I know that the notification sometimes doesn't get always sent out on time. So we'll see. We'll see how we do here. But I did want to give you guys a heads up. I believe it's this Friday. We are not going to be doing a jam session. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be airing. We'll come on. We'll do a live. But the live is going to be about the podcast episode that's going live on Friday, which that Friday episode will be a very, very special one because it's going to be with myself and my family. And we had a conversation sitting around the table and going over the last 20 years. And for my daughter, who's 13, it was actually not quite 20 years for her. It's 13. Guys, let me know if you can hear me okay, see me okay. I'm seeing a little bit of a, looks like my connection or something. It's giving me a little bit of a warning. Just let me know that you can hear me, see me. Looks like Debbie says good morning. So it looks like you can hear and see me. So that's good. If you guys are just tuning in, we're going to be talking about removing distractions so we can get more done. Debbie says all good. Awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah, it was weird. A little notification came up there. Awesome. All right, cool. So also, whoever is following along, I know a few of you are. This past weekend, we were, where were we? We were in Mount Pleasant, Charleston, South Carolina. And we were at another beach volleyball tournament. And my daughter, who's 13, was in the 16U tournament. And that was on Saturday. And man, oh man, did we dodge a storm. There was a big storm coming in and we thought we were going to get hit. We ended up missing it. She ended up playing in the 16s. We started at around 9 o'clock. And out of, I think it was 16 teams, they came in second. So man, oh man, so close. But coming in second, they got a nice little hoodie for AVP volleyball, a pair of socks, and a bid to go to nationals. So it was pretty awesome. They played awesome, and super proud of my daughter and her partner, MK, as we call her. So yeah, so it was a great weekend. Hopefully you guys had a great weekend. And now I'm going to be heading out of here on Wednesday and going to New York. So I will most likely be doing our Friday jam session in New York. And Wednesday morning, I may need to change that time because I will most likely be in the air. So might do that tomorrow. I'll let you guys know. I'll drop it in the schedule and you guys will see when that'll go live. But I might have to do that tomorrow. I might have to do Wednesdays tomorrow, or I'd have to take it off, which I don't really want to take it off because I've got something that I want to share with you guys. And actually, that right there is, let's see, what is it going to be? Wednesday. Oh, okay. Yeah. So we're going to, I think Wednesday. So if I do this one on Tuesday, we're going to talk about, it looks like we're going to talk about 3 steps to test new list building lead magnets. So I'm going to share something with you because I've been testing some stuff myself. So that's what we'll be doing. All right. It's cool. So let's go ahead and let's get rocking and rolling. Let's go ahead and get this baby started. So, all right. Officially, we're going to kick this off. Monday mindset, removing distractions so we can go ahead and crush our week. And that's what we're going to do. So here we go. Let me get my notes up here and let's get rocking and rolling. All right, here we go. All right, guys, welcome to this Monday mindset. Hopefully you guys are ready to get out there and crush your week. Today, we're going to talk about something that really, really is a big problem for all of us, including myself, and that is removing distractions and crushing the week. How do we do that? How do we do it every single week? Well, let me just say that it's not always going to happen. It's not that easy, but there are some things that we can do to remove distractions or at least minimize them and get a lot more done. Because at the end of the day, if we can actually sit down and get quality time doing what we're supposed to be doing, whether that's work related, whether that's fun related, whatever it is, we're going to be able to get more done and we're going to be able to accomplish that task, which is a lot of times the thing that we're striving for, right? That task. So what I want to share with you guys is there's actually 5 things I'm going to be sharing with you. All right. Now, these are things that I've put in place for myself. And I've got something that I'm playing around with the idea of even doing to take it a step further. Okay. Because when we are online, which we're all online right now, right? If you're listening to this on the podcast, you're probably listening to it on a podcast player. If you are watching this on Facebook, you're on Facebook. If you're watching this on YouTube, you're on YouTube, right? So we're on the internet. And that's where a lot of the distractions will lie. But we also have distractions that could be in the household, and we have to figure out how to minimize those as well, or at least control them. All right. So the very first thing that you need to do, okay, going into this week, let's say this is a fresh week and we are going to eliminate as much distraction as we can. We're going to get so much done this week. At the end of the week, we're going to feel like we won the week. We won every day. How do we do this? Well, the very first thing that you need to do, and that I had to do, was sit down and ask ourselves a really, really hard question. And the reason why I say it's a hard question, it's an obvious question, but a lot of times it's hard because we have to admit something. It's never easy to admit when we have either a problem or we know that we have to stop doing something. But what we need to do is we need to look at the issue or the situation. And in this case, it's distraction. We all get it. And if you're an entrepreneur, you know what I mean, right? Shiny object, boom, shiny object, boom, shiny object, boom, right? All of these new things that we get to play with, right? This playground in the entrepreneurial space is crazy. There's always a new swing set to go swing on, right? So what do we need to do? We need to ask ourselves, what is our biggest distraction? So let me ask you, what's your biggest distraction? Right now, if you are watching this on Facebook, on YouTube, and you can comment, I would love for you to do that right now. What is your number one distraction? Okay. If it comes right to mind, go ahead, write it down. If it doesn't come right to mind and you have to take a little bit of time thinking about it, then what I want you to do is I want you to sit down privately by yourself and think about it. What is the one thing that I find myself most distracted with? All right. And then write it down. Once we get clear, then we can start figuring out how to minimize that. I'm not saying we're going to remove it completely. How do we minimize that? Okay. So the other thing we have to think about here is this is going to take discipline. This is going to take limiting yourself to that distraction, and it's going to encourage you to focus. And I know it's hard in the internet world that we live in and the online space and all the social media stuff. I get it. Okay. But we have to get disciplined. All right. I asked this question the other day on social media. I said, could you give up a social media platform for 30 days or your phone for 30 days? And I know some people are like, oh boy, man, that's scary. It's really scary. I honestly think I could do it. The only thing that would prevent me from doing it is that I have groups that I am running that I need to be a part of. Part of my getting away from social media, which by the way, I am on social media very, very little nowadays. And I'll talk a little bit about that and how you can too if you want to. And still, I feel like I'm not missing out. Because I think that's the big one, right? We always feel like we're missing out. We might miss something, or you're bored and you're just scrolling and then you go down this rabbit hole. We've all been there, right? So what we need to do though is, and I'm not saying you have to get rid of social media. I'm not saying you have to get rid of, going into your, your fun place, right? Because that's really what social media is. A lot of times it's a fun place. It's a place for us to escape. It's a place for us to be entertained. TikTok, entertainment, right? It can also become an addiction. We got to be careful. We got to be careful. All right. So let's talk about this. Discipline, limits, focus. Okay. Those are the three things that we're doing here. We're disciplining ourselves. We're giving ourselves like guidelines, limits, and then that's going to create focus. And then that's where we can really get a lot done. So the very first thing that we need to look at, okay, and this is, again, this is for me. Like right now, this is what I'm doing. Social media. The only places that I really spend any time is Facebook. Probably number one is Facebook, and then Instagram. Now, Instagram, I don't post really much anymore. I've kind of left that game. I've left the game of I got to feed the hamster wheel. I got to feed the hamster wheel. Keep it going. Keep it going. The algorithm likes, 3 times a day, 4 times a day, whatever. You know what I mean? I've left that world. I'm not concerned with that. Okay. Facebook, same idea. I'm going to post there and I'm going to, share things there, but I'm also really only there. My main time is checking in with my groups that I'm part of. Okay. That are part of Brand Creators Academy or Rock Your Brand podcast, right? That's what I'm doing. I very seldom even go over to my personal profile. Every now and then I'll post something. Like I posted a picture of my daughter and her partner because they won they didn't win it. They got second place and they did great. And I know that my father will want to see it. My cousins will want to see it. Some of my friends will want to see it. So it's really just for that. Okay. But I'm not going there trying to fill time. So I allow myself 1 hour per day on social media, 1 hour. Now that could be 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes at night. Okay. And I actually am thinking really seriously about doing this, about deleting it from my phone. I know. No Facebook on your phone. What will happen if you miss out for an entire day and you don't know, and you got to actually log into your computer to get on Facebook? But that would be one way that you would get back some of your time. I guarantee it. And not even getting back your time to focus on doing something, mental clarity, where if you're sitting in the car, when's the last time you sat in the car and just people watched maybe, and you didn't look at your phone? When's the last time? Probably a long time. I know myself, I do it. My wife goes in, market, I'm sitting in the car. I'll go to MLB app. I'll go and look at the Yankees, see how bad they're doing this year. I'll look at that a little bit. I might go to Instagram and I might look at someone's story, right? I might go to Facebook and see if I got any notifications, right? So what I'm trying to do now is minimize that. Now in the morning, I'm going to jump into my groups. So that's not really like casual fun time, but I will allow myself 30 minutes, okay, to basically go into Facebook or Instagram if I want to, okay, if I want to. And then after that, I'm kind of forbidden to do it. I'm not going to do it anymore. And then I'm going to, at the end of the day, if I want to, if I'm out by the pool and I want 30 minutes, okay, this way I'm allowed to do it. I'm not saying I can't do it, but I'm limit myself to do it. Okay. How many times have we wanted to do a project? We sit down and we're like, let me just check Facebook real quick. And then all of a sudden, an hour later, you got nothing done. Okay. So social media, 1 hour, and you can break it up. The second thing is email. That's another thing that we jump into. And then all of a sudden we're putting out fires because we're usually being asked stuff, or, hey, can you do this for me? Or, hey, it could be, an insurance policy that needs to get renewed. And then you're like, oh, I got to go through and do this, versus scheduling a time to sit down and deal with all of your email at once. Right. So just blocking out that time. Usually for me, what I'm doing nowadays, and I change it, whatever my routine is, but I usually check that after I got my one big thing done for the day. Okay. So my one big thing might be like today was writing my morning email. Wrote my morning email, got it out the door, click send, and then I might go in and check my email, and I might spend 30 minutes in there, okay? And then I'm out, Okay. So allowing yourself these start and stop times, really, really important. Imagine going to school and they're like, okay, you got a study hall. And for this hour, you are going to do your homework. And that's all you're going to do. You go there, you do your homework, you get it done, right? You got that time. It's from start to finish. Okay. We need to give ourselves some of these things moving forward. If you want to control your week and if you want to control your schedule, your time, and not be scattered all over the place with distractions. Okay. The third thing is phone notifications. I have only, I think, one notification on my phone, and it's Voxer. And the only reason is because Chris Schaefer, my partner, if he needs to get me, I need to get that alert. And that's it. Now, if I am on vacation, turn it off. Okay. And then I'll just check it at the end of the day. And he knows that I'm not around. Okay. I do not have notifications set for Facebook. I don't have anything for YouTube. I don't have an Etsy cash register go off that tells me I got a sale or someone liked my page, or I turn all that off. I get no notifications, none, zero. I will get a text message, but the only people that are texting me are my family, my friends, or someone that needs me, right? And that's it. And I don't get blasted with text messages all the time. So that's it. I control the notifications. Because think about it. You're sitting there, you're enjoying a conversation, and you hear something go off. You're like, okay, wonder if I should look at that. I wonder what that is. So you need to turn off those notifications. Okay. So that's third, phone notifications. The fourth one is this. If you want to get work done and you work from home, or you want to get a project done, let's say that you want to practice your guitar, or let's say that you want to, I don't know, garden or whatever, and you don't want to be bothered, you need to let your family know. Hey, listen, this is going to be a chunk of time that I do not want to be interrupted. All right. And then after you're done with that, you can then give all your focus. But how many times have you been working on something and you get your kid coming in, or your wife coming in, your husband coming in, and you're like, man, just if you could just give me like a half hour, I can get this done and we can get on with this. It's so much more productive. So just let your family know. Hey, listen, for the next hour, I'm going to be doing X. If you could just, if you need me, can you just wait until after I'm done here? I really need to focus on this project, or I really need to practice my guitar, or I really just want this 1 hour of my time. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. So that's the fourth thing. And the fifth thing is blocking your time. Okay. So blocking your time every day. Okay. At 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, my wife pretty much knows that I'm writing an email or I'm doing something for my business. Okay. And so she's not going to interrupt me. That's my block of time. And I know that during that time, I'm focusing on writing my email, or I'm focusing on planning out my podcast, or I'm planning out whatever. I'm blocking out these chunks of time. And usually these blocks of time are going to be between 45 minutes and an hour. And that's it. And then break another block, break another block. Now, one of those blocks could be looking at Facebook if you want. Totally cool. Sit down, block out your day. If you are doing a 9 to 5 right now and you want to get something done on your lunch hour, well, block out a half hour. You get an hour for lunch, half hour goes to this, half hour goes to eating. Okay. So I think if you sit down and block out some of your time and get a little bit more discipline in your life, you can control that. You'll get a lot more done. And then guess what? At the end of the week, you feel great because you feel more productive. You feel like you were organized. And at the end of the day, you feel like you're also present with other people because you're not being interrupted. Okay. So that's what I'm doing. Hopefully this helped you. This is how I encourage you to look at your own situation, see where it's a little bit out of control, a little scattered. Let's bring it all in. Let's clean it up and let's set a little bit of structure. And then we can get some stuff done and we can focus on things. And I'll tell you this, if you actually do things over and over again, day after day, and you start to develop this habit or this ritual, man, oh man, does that feel good too? Because then you're not guessing. What am I supposed to be working on? Man, I feel like I got nothing done. You feel like I got a lot done and I feel organized. And you know what? When I want to take a break at 12:30, I can because I scheduled it. And I'm, pretty much feeling like I got stuff done. All right. There's a lot of power in feeling like you're accomplishing something and not feeling scattered. All right. So hopefully this helped you. As always, this is your Monday mindset. Come back next Monday for another one. And I'll be back here on the podcast soon. So take care, take action, and I'll talk to you soon. Have an awesome, amazing day, week. Get out there, crush it. All right, guys, that's a wrap on that. That's our Monday mindset. I want to check this out real quick, though. I wanted to look in the comments. What's up, Octavio? Aldo, what's up? Yeah, I just wanted to see here. What's up, Kay? Oh, Debbie says my phone. Yeah, I'll tell you what. This thing right here, it's trouble. It's trouble. Kids and household, Noel. Yeah. What's up, Alpandro? Aldo, I have never used Netflix or any other platform, for instance, because I know it gets addictive. I just got TikTok, but I am afraid of it. Might uninstall. Yeah, that one's a big one too. But I'll tell you, it's really interesting. The only time I ever see any TikTok is when my son comes over and goes, "Hey, look at this funny video," right? Like it's okay. It's funny, right? But I don't want to get into that trap. And you're absolutely right. It's like we get this hit of dopamine when we see something or we just posted something and then we keep looking and see if we get any likes. We see if we get any comments. That can be also demotivating because you think like you're not making any ground rather than just putting your head down and focusing on getting the stuff done. Right. And then as you do it, things will start to take off, eventually. So yes, it's a problem. Your talk of withdrawals from social media sounds like a crackhead, Professor. It can be. And I believe that right now. If I encourage you to ask 5 of your friends, 5 of your family members, whatever, say, could you go 30 days without social media? Could you go 30 days without your phone? That'd be a good one. Ask that question. You might see people go, take their breath away. Let's see. What's up, Jeannie? Yes, Kay says TikTok is very addictive. It's supposed to be too. Do you think these platforms are not understanding this? They know that if they get you addicted to it, the more you're on it, the more they're going to make. So they want you to get addicted. It's kind of like the crack dealer. It's 100% what it is. It's like, yeah, take some. You're going to get addicted and you're going to keep coming back and buying from me. Yeah, it can be very, very bad. Yeah. Alpandro. Yeah. Check out the documentary Social Dilemma. Shows how the amount of strategy spent into turning us into social media crackheads. Yeah. It's probably, I haven't watched it. I probably will. Okay. Josie. Hey, Scott, this is a question. Isn't for Monday Mindset, but can you do a podcast on putting ads on website, please? I get about 4,000 people to my website now, and I'm not running any ads. Pros and cons, please. Yeah. And Josie, actually, Ezoic just announced that they're going to allow, I think there's no limit to how many page views. But I would say continue to build that out, your content. And once you're able to get to the, 10,000 page views, you can start to see some results. But once you hit that 50,000, that's when we can really scale that up. And I woke up this morning. We just switched from Ezoic to Mediavine, and I just woke up this morning, and our RPMs, which anyone that doesn't know what that means, basically every 1,000 impressions, you're getting paid on basically the RPM amount. So in our case, it's always been between, on the one side, it was like $5, a little under $5, some days $3.80, which is nothing. The other brand that we have is right around 15 to 18. And then the one that we sold recently was between 25 and 30. And today I woke up for an all-time high, $32.90 per 1,000 on just traffic, which was crazy. Did over about $60 in just ad revenue yesterday. So it was pretty awesome. What's up, Salma? Yeah, Anthony says, thanks. Just what I needed based on the last couple of weeks. Awesome. I'm glad it helped. All right, guys. And as I was doing this Monday Mindset, I reminded myself that I won't be here Wednesday. So I'm going to have to figure out how to make that work. And what I might need to do, I might need to either do it tomorrow, and maybe I'll do it tomorrow. I don't know, tomorrow afternoon. Maybe I'll do an afternoon one. But I do have something I want to share with you guys. So maybe I'll do that tomorrow, and that way it's done for Wednesday. And then Friday, I'll be able to do that because I'll be in New York at that time. So yeah. Yeah, Josie, no problem. No problem at all. All right, cool. So that's going to wrap up this Monday Mindset. Guys, I'll see you soon. If you're inside of Brand Creators Academy, I'll be seeing you guys on the inside, and we have some cool stuff we're going to be sharing. The Ezoic to Mediavine switch and how that 5x'd our revenue, which is pretty awesome. And things are really starting to trend up. The update with Google actually might have positively affected our brands, which a lot of people are saying it has, and some people are saying that it's hurt their sites. In our case, I think we're going to be okay. So anyway, that's what we're going to be doing inside of Brand Creators Academy. Can't wait to share that with you guys. And yeah, guys, get out there, get yourself undistracted. Yes. And come up with a way that you can really give yourself boundaries, give yourself limits, and get stuff done and feel great as you're doing it, because you know that you're making progress. All right, guys. So that's it. That's going to wrap it up. Like I said, take care, take action, have an awesome day. I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.